Yeah, just. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Wunderbar. Yeah. So if we take longer than now, we'll just stop and start again. What was the first thing on your list? I was trying to remember where you started. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Jeff Gray in Stewiacke, Nova Scotia, also known as Kool Uncle Jeff. Yeah. Oh, we're going to give that away right away. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. Bye. Uncle, it's been cool, Uncle Jeff. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. I mean, there's all kinds of material out there. For us, we really tried to hit the big epic moments of Kiss, and you just nailed it. The reality is that we both have lots on the go. You have lots on the go. I have lots of outside projects on the go as well, and we'll keep the pages open for videos and stuff like that for fun. The East Coast Kiss Tribute page and the Watching You page, but yeah, I mean the reality is that we haven't been very regular with our shows over the last almost 8 months, really. So hey, so let's go out with a bang, you know. I mean, yeah, every month, yeah, a couple weeks that we first. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I got to admit that show was a show that I was like, whatever. I don't really care about that. But I had a lot. That's the best part about this talk show is that it's made me do a couple things. It's made me research some of the Kiss topics. So I took more of an interest in Kiss Meets the Phantom. And by the way, Jeff, that's I think it's our most popular episode by far. And so I got to appreciate it when I didn't really appreciate it before. So I'm with you on that one. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Well, you can see we got the guitars out again. Our second episode we ever did. I mean, was the riffs of Kiss. I think that's what we call it, the riffs of Kiss, and we've got a lot of positive feedback on that episode. And both you and I have been, sharing little video vignettes of guitar playing some of the Kiss music. You doing some lessons and me messing around on the guitar. And the reality is this the guitar playing that's what brought us to this band. Well, I is that what you've been doing? Get his attention. Yes, that's too funny. Well, we know you're a little. Oh, geez, yeah, good question. I don't know. I don't know. We should have wore no. We should we should wear makeup 24/7. That's so yes. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think one of my funnest ones was that was the Halloween fun was fun. I really enjoyed doing the Christine Vitale episode, Christine 16. That was really I was really proud of what you did with that. You know what I mean? Like I was proud of the concept and proud that we got a third. You know, we got Christine involved. Here's Christine down in New Jersey. And that's one of the great things about the show is that if you look at almost everything we do is some form of collaboration. If you look at the shows, they're collaborated with individuals. If you look at the artwork, you know, we've got Chris Medic in California who's done artwork for us. We've had, you know, all kinds of things that we've been able to leverage. So, but it always comes back to this for me. All right, I'll add a couple if you, yeah, yeah, Blair Como. Yeah, yeah. Big show. Yeah. Yeah, Sacramento. Yeah. New Jersey. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Yeah, Mark's all over. He's in Las Vegas. He's in Las Vegas. Yeah. He Mark actually Mark actually co-wrote the lyrics on one of my original songs. Yeah. I I am. Yeah, he's a writer. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, there was, and there is, and but those, yeah, that's been the best part of the show, other than just you and I connecting. Like we talk more through the show than we did in the last 15 years, probably. So that's been the best part. The second best part has been making connections with all these great people that we've made connections with through the show. And I'm sure we've missed some names, and if we miss them, we'll shout them out on the page. I can't think right now, to be honest with you, but there's just so many people that have been involved in some form. But today, you asked me what was today, but today was about us just, when we first met, it was back in St. John in 1990. What was it? 90. There you go. And as we said when we first started the show, we met through the guitar. We met through jamming at a local music store, and we used to get together just like we are right now and sit down with our guitars and just trade licks back and forth. Just really, we felt. No. Yeah. He was used to sweat, man. He was working so hard to get that guitar to make the sound. It's hard. It's hard when you do that. But we had so much. Like I have extremely fond memories of sitting in your apartment or in my family room down in St. John, just back and forth, just having fun with the Kiss music. And then figured if we're gonna end this thing, then we should end it the way we started it, which is with right. That's got the old. This is the same Les Paul I had when you and I first started playing together, and my wife bought it for me in St. John, and so I've got that, and I've got over in the corner there. You can't see it so well, but which corner is it? It's over there. Yeah, you'll see there's a Marshall half stack that I got from a friend of mine that I bought. Yeah, and there's an L6 here I'm borrowing from a friend of mine. Yeah, yeah, wouldn't you? So, but the Strat, you know what? If you're gonna play Kiss, you got to use the Les Paul. And I know, but you know what? It's for yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. As mm, nice. Yeah, Oh, that's right. That's right. Nice. When did you get it? When did you buy it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Right on. I know. I know. It's always a hell. I just thought of a couple names we should add to that list real quickly there. We were on because we were guest hosts on Strange Ways podcast with Jody Havnot and D Rock. I was and so we both in some way were involved with podcast Rock City with Joe Anthony Polo. We did that as well. So and and um, and yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. The reality is we probably wouldn't be doing the show if they hadn't started their show because I don't think we would have though. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And History Science Theater is another one that we follow, and Decibel Geek, and so many out there. But anyway, those are just a couple of people I thought of. But you had some. You had some. Let's get to some music. I mean, that's just yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Let's just have some fun. Hmm. 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 Yeah. 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 That's great. Yeah. 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 Well, yeah. I mean, what's not to like about that? I mean, that's it's a real crescendo of that whole song building to that point in time. I mean, it's funny. There's so many cool little moments in that song. Even the baby, won't you let me? And then you do that. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, well, they're always doing that, and it's that particular song has all kinds of little like that's the one we've shown a few times where you can show like I mean the part you picked is one of my favorites as well. It's just that like sorry to have taken so long. It's just like this kind of really getting back to groove before they finish the song off, and there's 100,000 years. I'm trying to think though, even even the basic souls, and he does some really weird things in there, like then he goes like that, right? Hmm. Hmm. It's a jam, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, because see, I agree, and it kind of reminds me of a little bit of "Let Me Go Rock and Roll" kind of feel, the jam kind of length, extended parts, right? You know, in 100,000 years, he's got that, he's got all that going on, right? Is that what that is? Okay, but then he does that weird thing afterward. He goes, "I can never get, I can never get that right. I can never get the feel right." I always have to play it with the song because I can't, that feel that he's always got those feel things going on, right? So 100,000 years is pretty good. Yeah, he does it. There's one somewhere I was listening to. He does a little bit of something like that in "Let Me Go Rock and Roll." In one, there's one little spot there he does a. Yeah, but I can't. Don't ask me to play it right now because I won't be able to remember that part. But so that's on the first album. Was there anything else on? So for me, on that first album, like I said to you before, that first album came to me after listening to Alive. So for me, it was always kind of like, and I think I've already shared. I did that whole album there. Um, I did a little vignette on that first Kiss album. So like, there's so many moments in there, Strutter and Deuce, of course, right? I don't want to play those again, and even Love Theme from Kiss. I guess the thing that stuck out the most for me as a couple things was Kissin' Time, because that's just never heard that before, right? Until we got that album, and I mean, I played it before, but it's. I mean that. I don't know. I've always liked it. And I always wonder why they didn't use that more somehow, like in the live set or something. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. 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 There's a great lead on there. There's great dynamics in there. Ace does all these accents off. I think those little parts are really neat. What always struck me about that first album was how sanitized it is compared to the live songs. Like you listen, like, and I shared this before. Like, remember, like I always found Cold Gin to be extremely slow and methodical. It's like, like that, as opposed to the live version. Yeah, the live version is much more, you know, it does it much more, and same thing with Nothing to Lose too, right? Vibe Live. I like that Vibe Live. Okay. Yeah, I like a lot of things on Hard and Heavy. Well, one of my, I think a song that hardly ever gets any, that we don't pay any attention to, is the song Hotter Than Hell itself, and it's got a really weird chord, and I've been trying for years to kind of just get it exactly right, because it goes this chord here, that thing there, right? I don't know if it's right, but and Ace does this part. And of course, in that song, you've got the famous, that part. Oh yeah. Well, I found that's what I liked about their early music, was that even their chord patterns were almost riff-like. Like Ace's lead on that is outstanding on that song. Even when he opens it up, he goes. does his little bends. Yeah, that's pretty cool, eh? But again, he does all those. Then when it breaks down, when he goes, I can't even. Then he's up in his. Then he does all these. Again, he does all these asymptoms, and I can't. And he's so random, but yet makes sense that I have a hard time following what he's doing, except for. He does that little thing there, eh? Kind of cool, eh? Anyway, I don't know where. I can't even remember where it goes after that. But that's Hotter Hell doesn't get a lot of attention on that album. Yeah. Yeah, I love. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I love that. I love it. Exactly. Well, we talked about his solo album, the most recent one, right? And we talked about how when he really thinks about things, like in that album, that lead that you just described there had to be thought out. It wasn't just him playing licks. Yeah, but Got to Choose has got like, I mean, of course, and he comes out of that, you get the comes back out in that app, but in the woohoo, Got to Choose. Like, there's a subtlety to Kiss. That Kiss say, oh, they're just 3-chord band, right? But they're absolutely not a 3-chord band. If you listen to the when they go woohoo, got to choose. Who's your baby? Right, when they do that part, when you listen to it close on the different versions of it, there's actually. I love that. Love, love, love. And you know, to play that, I don't know if you can't see, but I just love even this. I could play that part all day. But you're right. That's such a great, and I think much better live than on the studio album. That song. When, yeah. The be- oh yeah. 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 Ugh. Yeah. 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 I agree. I agree. Well, it's because he's playing. He does it on the MTV Unplugged too. He does that sort of. He plays that whole chord instead of playing. Right. That's what he's doing. Right. Instead of on a live album, he's playing two. One of the other ones is right. But you know what else is good? You know what else is good about Holler and Hell is it gave us a bunch of new material. So it gave us like Going Blind. It gave us All the Way, right? Which I really love, and that's just really simple. Oh yeah, Oh, really? Such a simple. If you listen to that one, they don't even start with chords. It just starts off with a. Now chords come in. But at the very beginning, it's just. That's it. But then it's got it does mainline and strange ways. That was new on that one too, right? Yeah. I mean, I think we covered that one, but oh yeah, yeah. And then you had Coming Home on that album too, which was what's electric on electric. I don't find it really was very good. Um, I'll stand. Yeah, it's a standing acoustic. Mainline's that other one there. That's kind of like it's there. It's almost like Dirty Living to me, right? It's like yeah, kind of weird, eh? It does. I like it. I like it. Yeah. I oh yeah, I agree. And I actually like that song better now than I did when it first came out. And it had that slow kind of tom beat that Peter Criss used to do on it. Actually, you just have a Strange Ways is pretty damn close to a metal song. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And oh my gosh, well, you compare these two albums back to back. I mean, Dress to Kill sounds like a completely different band. Absolutely. But yeah, well, you nailed it though. The feel though of all the songs on Dress to Kill, right? All this, yeah, yeah. Mm, mm. Yeah, yeah. It is. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah. Which is really interesting. Like if you get a pattern here because you like got to choose, and then at the beginning of Love Her All I Can, it starts. It's the same three chords, Jeff, as got to choose, but it goes. That's the same as those are the same three chords as got to choose. It's it just yeah. But and the other thing about that song is they started doing more. You know how some bands Chris doesn't do like I don't know if it's in fifths or what it is. They have one guitar playing. they don't do that a lot. They do a little bit. I do it on Deuce a little bit, but that was I noticed that in that album they really kind of played with some of those little different harmony patterns. That's a great song, and I don't know. I mean, that would be a great live song. Again, I don't know why they don't play that one. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Hot in Hell had a. I agree. I agree. Yeah. 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 Right. Right. Yeah. That whole album, it's got like a whole bunch of songs with simple little partial power chords, whereas Hotter Than Hell was a lot of full chords. Like like it was like on you'd hear these on Hotter Than Hell, you had like Going Blind, you have yeah that kind, and on this one you'd get something like that, and the room service is the same thing with what all those, yeah, those same old things. On this one, you talk about favorite moments. One of my favorite, like a thought out lead was the lead to what the two timer. That's a lead that I always go back to, and I had to learn because it was like. It's weird. He did stuff like that, right? Yeah, it's hard. This, yeah, this part down here is especially like we're a big guy with big hands. You're bending two strings, one string off the other, right? It's weird. But yeah, he does all the. Yeah. And he creates these. He creates all these little, harmony notes by bending, right? She's not playing like instead of playing them, he bends them, right? So that's a highlight for me on that album. There's a lot on that album though. She. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. Yeah. It was yeah. Well, even it's just Jew and me having fun, right? Jew and me having fun. All right. Well, the best part of Kiss Alive, I've said before, is just Ace's tone, right? And all the not overdriven, right? Really hard to duplicate. What were you thinking about from Alive? What was like? Mm, mm. Yeah. 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 Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he does. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Well, you'll remember when we did our favorite song on episode 13, we had our top 13 songs, and this version was my favorite song of all time. And what you were talking, what I used that part you were talking about, what used to piss me off was when they did it live, and there was two parts. There was the part that Paul did, right? Was and Ace would go, he'd go play it up there, and it really added a dynamic to the. Yeah, right. That's the part you were talking about there. There's another really cool lead breaking that he does. I was just messing around with this. I don't know where. It's towards the beginning. He goes. Yeah, yeah, uh, then he is something like that. He's always doing that. Yeah, but that. Yeah, yeah. Then he comes, but even the little things, right? That was that. Oh man, that. Well, like I said, he's that, and there's somewhere he's got. Where does he do that? Yeah, he is. Then he does a. Yeah. Then something like that, I think, right? Something like that, yeah. Oh, you know what I found though? That's what I was saying. Like that song there, when they started, they didn't stick to that version of it as they went past that. They started doing this shortened version of it, and then they cheated on parts. Like he didn't do the high part, and that was what really made that song really great, right? But yeah, I agree. Oh, that's on live, yeah. So many on that one. I mean, I thought like, I was messing around. I mean, there's the transition from, I think the transition from Hotter Than Hell into Firehouse is classic. You know, and they do that whole, they do the whole, they come out of Hotter. And then yeah. And then you can do the Ace part. Yeah. 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 I can have, I try and do that all the time, but yeah. I have a hard, I've been playing that lead. You and I recorded that song, and even then, it's hard to get the sound right. But he does it without all that pinching, right? I can't do it without pinching it like the octave sound, like, right? And I always find myself gripping the pick like Ace to try and get him to sound like him, but it's does that little like that little chicken plucking thing I still can't master. I can't do it. But alive, I mean Black Diamond. I mean, I love the way Paul plays the intro. Let me see if I can get this down a little bit more. A little bit. Like he does that. He does it. Right? When he does it that way. Yeah. Nice. But even he simplifies. What's that? I know, and then it's crazy. Yeah. Yep. But it also loses the dynamic, right? I just think the way that he did it live was so beautiful, which wasn't the studio version. Well, that's true. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Dun, dun, dun. And obviously Black Diamond. And then of course the iconic. We jammed it, and people can watch it on our show. But the iconic lead breakdown at the end of "She" on the live version, which was, where did that come from? It was on what? I can't remember all of a sudden. Right? Yeah. So friggin' hard to play. Oh, I can't play it either. It's an A. it's impossible. It's against a feel thing. It's not that there's so many notes. I know it's all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and then live, it's funny. I love the song. I mean, I didn't like "She" as much at the time as I do now, and I didn't like "Watchin' You" as much as I do now. Like I tended to like the Deuces and the Strutters more, and not so much the darker, because "She's" kind of dark feeling, as is, and of course "Parasite," right? I mean, again, the thing with "Parasite" is you listen to it on the studio album. What's really nice is that he grips the pick a funny way, so it's got to sound like on the studio version it's like that kind of a sound, maybe even more overdriven. Whereas on the, see if I can do this without screwing it up. On the live version, lots of percussion. as opposed to anyway, it's just a different style of playing, and you got to get the guitar tone. I wasn't happy with that tone at all, actually, but yes, yes, I agree. I know where you're going. Mm. Yeah, mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's yeah, yeah. Yeah. At the end of it, yeah. Yeah, it's and then at the end it's a little more ace like. Like the beginning of it's ace like you said that but I forgot but then at the end of it it picks it up again. Boom, boom, bam, boom, the last part. Yeah, whatever that however that goes. But shout out loud. It's funny. That's a song I never really. Of course, it was their other attempt at a yeah, exactly, right. I mean, King of the Nighttime World is always a classic, right. I mean, I love playing that live. Detroit Rock City's kind of fun. It's hard to sing, but I love Flaming Youth. Is what I like, and that's got again some very Unkiss like things in there, right. It's got the like the basic song is, and I get to play. There's more than one guitar part, so I always end up playing it with myself. So playing with myself, yeah, play it by myself. So I always make it up like that, right? Well, yeah, right. I just love the way it works. My parents think I'm crazy, and they hate those things I do. I'm stupid and I'm lazy, man. If they only knew. Then this little, then that sort of, now I'm feeling you. Oh, but that's Unkiss-like, right? That's a really Unkiss-like riff. That it's kind of weird. And then the lead break, they change it. They go. What's that? You just have to. Yeah. You gotta trust the Blair, your drummer, because he just keeps the beat going. And if you just keep standing, yeah, because it is really strange, but that's why I like it. And of course, I love the what do you call that? The carousel with the well, they do it, but they don't actually. They do it with the organ. They do it with the keyboards and whatever they call. Right. And then. And I love Paul's vocals in that song. Higher and higher and higher. Just, Oh, I love that song. Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Were you going to talk about Sweet Pain at all? I thought you were going to talk about Sweet Pain, maybe. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Really? Oh yeah. 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 A B. Yeah, yeah. Chunky. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. The T minor. I was thinking the same thing. That's what it does. It just gives that extra little chunkiness in there, which can actually make it sound heavier. And God of Thunder, like I know that's not one of your favorite songs. On that Sweet Pain part, that's again that's a bit of a Kiss riff that I certainly the lead guitar playing on that, or it's not Ace. The lead sound on that just sounds nothing like Ace. I think that might be Dick Wagner actually on that one. But and then on that, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean and then there's in that album like it's Flame Youth. I like Sweet Pain a lot. It's kind of it's a weird song for them, right? Like but it's got really like again if you're a musician, you listen to like, Sweet Pain and that's that's so far from three quarters not funny, right? I mean even the verses, my it's time around me. Now the thing you hear the most is this right. But if you listen close, what I really like is this little subtlety. When this is going, there's well, and then the lead kicks in at that point, right? But this never just. I don't know if I had the right key there, but it was like there's that little. That's not again. That's not very Kiss-like either. Yeah, I do too, and it's just yeah, 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 yeah. I know you don't, but it's a nice little riff. Yeah. Yeah, how are we doing for time? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, so just wonder if we want to cut and start. Okay. So many moments. Mm-hmm. I Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, it's they do that in yeah, they do that in I Stole Your Love. Paul comes in. Yeah. Then Ace comes in. Then he goes something like that. But yeah, Paul, that's what they did that formula, right? Yeah. Well, it became two guitar players, and then speaking of like on that song, and again, another thing that wasn't that Kiss like on that song, I Want You. They do, if you listen, they do this little, I Want You. They do that little hammer-on thing, eh? Like one guitar's going, one guitar's doing that, and the other one's going, right? Yeah, it's but then Ace Paul goes. What? Oh yeah. Ah, well, well, well. But you know what's funny is I liked that at the time. Ah, one, one. I want. Yeah. The only thing worse, the only thing worse than that is you imitating. That's the only thing. No, but it's just the rock and roll over. Like if you go on that album, oh, do you what? Okay, all right, okay. We've got to recalibrate here. Let me stop and save this.